Okay, so I believe you've got some good news with regard to the refugees and asylum seekers that are being released today in Australia.
I certainly have. According to this information that I'm reading for you here, 22 were released today, 13 in Melbourne, 2 in Perth, 6 in Brisbane and 1 in Adelaide.
So that's 9 from the Park Hotel here.
There were 8 in here.
8 from the Park Hotel where we're standing in front of now.
Yeah. I assume the others are from Broadmeadows, Mitre at Broadmeadows, but I don't really know.
Yeah. So that's the end of the Park Hotel as a detention centre now.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily?
Oh, well, who knows?
We
Who
hope
knows?
so.
We certainly hope so.
Yeah, well, we hope so, but they've been transferring people from one hotel to another, one detention centre to another. We know that there are still refugees and asylum seekers in detentions across Australia, so we don't know if they're going to bring more people to the Park Hotel or not.
Well, I've always been interested, and I, over the years have gone to the protest on Palm Sunday, and any other protest that was about refugees. I was always aware that I could probably go and visit them, but I never had the courage to do it. But when people started protesting outside Mantra on Bell Street, I started protesting, and I've been protesting ever since. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw you crying before, I hate to admit it, and you're obviously very emotional about today.
Yeah. It's not just about protesting. Us three have been helping look after the men that have been released. Some as far away as in January 21. So it's wonderful when they're released, but life outside isn't easy when you've been tortured.
And when you don't have, everybody needs permanent protection now. So we want permanent visas. We want people to be equal citizens, have the same rights as Australians. It's not just these guys. It's there's thousands of refugees in the community who've been living in the community on temporary protection visas, they've been separated from families for over 10 years. Their TPVs run out every couple of years. They've got to reapply and prove their refugee status.
Temporary protection visas,
yeah.
TPV.
Yeah, they have to keep applying and proving over and over again that they're still refugees. I don't know that any other country does that. So it's these guys and it's all the refugees in the community on TPVs. It's those waiting to be processed. It's asylum seekers in the community. We've got a long way to go. But This is welcome news, of course.
And I believe you've got a bit of a story. You only became interested because of Djokovic, is that right? You're Serbian. Yeah.
Sorry, it was on Christmas Eve when I came first time here. And I remember we were standing on the corner here and of course we protested Djokovic to be free, and when we found out what's happening behind this wall, nothing else was more important than, get those guys free, and I just couldn't believe it that this is happening in Australia.
So what I'm saying is you weren't aware of this, of the people being here?
I think I knew about Nauru and Manus. I read a little bit here and there, watched something, but I never actually paid full attention, and I really feel guilty sometimes because we've been so complacent. I think we live our lives, we move around, and it's not that you don't care, but I live 5-10 minutes from here, and I just can't imagine that something like this is actually happening.
But I'm saying because of the Djokovic situation,
yes, I found out definitely. Yeah. Yes, and I think from Christmas Eve, 6th of January, I think I met so many wonderful people here who are doing this for so many years.
And how are you feeling right now that a lot of them are being released?
I think we are full of joy for them. They're free. I'm so mad and angry because they lost 9 years of their lives. So many opportunities, young lives. I think some of them we always said they can be our brothers, our sons, our uncles. They've got family, moms and everything. I actually still can't comprehend that any government can do this kind of torture. And to see and meet people afterwards, they will need a long process to get back to normal. They need a big support, and what they've done, they left them in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, with nothing much really.
You mean when they got released from the Park Hotel, they just dump them somewhere?
I'm saying you just put people away from city, or some of them actually close to this hotel, in essence.
Yeah, so they've dropped them off
in the middle of the night.
The government authorities.
Of course, that's been, I think 1:30 we went there in the middle of the night to just buy food. You worry about them, do they have warm clothes or something to eat? This mean, what is $300? You know, you can buy a few pieces of meat or small shopping.
That's what they've been given, is it?
Like, I'm not 300% sure, but that's not much.
It's about 300.
Yeah.